Hi guys, I am Aniket Katkar. Today I am here to discuss with you the information about the technical topic, the clinical research process. So basically, the clinical research process is the systematic approach to studying the effects, efficacy, and the safety of the medical interventions, including the drugs, devices, and the treatment protocols. The major key components are the research design, in which we will discuss the process of the types of studies. The clinical research can be observational, example the cohort case control studies, or the interventionals, examples are the randomized control trials. Next, the hypothesis formation involves a clear testable hypothesis which guides the research and questions and the objectives. Also, the major second protocol is the protocol development of the study protocol. A detailed plan that outlines the objectives are basically the methodology, participant criteria, endpoints, and the statistical analysis. The regulatory compliance involves the protocols which must be comply with the regulations which are set by the authorities like the FDA or the EMA in Europe. The third is the important part which involves the ethical considerations, in which the institutional review board means the IRB approval is necessary. Before starting the study must be reviewed and approved by the IRB to ensure the ethical standards and the participants' safety. The informed consents means the participant must be fully informed about the study and the consent voluntarily. The next is the fourth part, the recruitment and the enrollment participant selection. The clear inclusion and the exclusion criteria are established to select the appropriate participants, and the requirement strategies involve the various methods which can be used involving the or including the advertisements, referrals, and the outreach programs. The next is the fifth, the data collection. The baseline data involves the collecting initial data on the participants, demographics, health status, and the other relevant factors. The intervention involves the administration, the treatment, or the intervention as per the study protocol. The follow-up is also an important part, which involves the ongoing assessment of the participants to gather data on the outcomes and the side effects. The next is the data management and analysis, which involves the data monitoring and basically the regular checks to ensure the data integrity and adherence to the protocol is involved in the data monitoring. The statistical analysis involved the use of the statistical methods to analyze the data and determine the significance and draw the conclusions about the hypothesis. The next is the result reporting, which involves the clinical trial registration, in which the most of the trials should be registered in a public database. Example, the clinicaltrials.gov. The publication are the results typically published in the peer-reviewed journals, contributing to the scientific knowledge and the practice. The next is the important part, which involves the post-trial activities. The activities which are long-term for the follow-up. Some studies which include the long-term follow-up to monitor the long-lasting effects or the safety. Real-world evidence involves the collecting data on the treatment's effectiveness in everyday's clinical practice or the clinical settings. The next is the last part of the clinical research process, which involves the challenges in the clinical research. Recruitment issues is the difficulty in finding the eligible participants and can delay studies, funding, and resources. Securing adequate funding is crucial for the successful completion of the clinical trials. Also, the compliance and the dropout rates, ensuring the participants adhere to the study and minimizing the dropout rates are ongoing challenges which are included in the clinical research process. The conclusion of clinical research process involves that it is the vital process for advancing the medical knowledge and developing the new treatments, and is requires meticulous planning, ethical considerations, and the collaboration among the researchers, clinicians, and the regulatory bodies, and also the finally the participants. The continuous improvements in the methodology and technology are enhancing the efficacy or efficiency and effectiveness of the clinical research. This was the information about the process of the clinical research. Thank you guys.